Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're all well. Hope you've all had a fantastic week. We are back with another week and we are going to review a book that you are absolutely going to love. So I'm just waiting for Angela to join us and then we can get started. Let me know where you are all joining from. Hello, hello, hello. Salam, everyone. To my Farsi friends, this live is going to be in English. دوستای قشنگم این به زبان انگلیسی joined us. Where are you all joining us from? Let us know. Let us know. Hi.
Hi, Sanaz. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. It must be really hot in Brisbane now, is it?
Oh, don't even tell me about it. Like it was 31 degrees
Wow.
at about 7 this morning. So imagine right now it's 2:30 in the afternoon and it's just boiling. It's just insane heat here at the moment. Where are you?
No,
It looks like you're
yeah, I'm in well, we decided to change hotel and just have a different environment.
oh no.
So this is in a different part of Bangkok. It's called Ceylon, and yeah, so it has quite nice like plants and some traditional. Can you see some traditional Thai cushions?
Oh wow. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Sorry, just 1 second. I just need to.
So yeah, I mean, to all our followers, I think today what we wanted to share is, as you know, in alternate weeks, we always talk about a book that we read, and it's something that we love to share with all our followers because we believe in, attracting like-minded people as well.
Yes.
And today, the book that we want to share is by Robin Sharma. He's actually one of my favorite authors, and I didn't know about him until I joined this community. And this is the book, the 5 a.m. Club book.
Such a good book.
Yeah, it is. And if any of you, follow any of those successful leaders, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Obama, for example, they all advocate early rising, waking up early,
They
right?
all have that in common. I've not heard from any successful person who says I sleep in till 9 and then I get up and see
Or
what I want to do
12.
with my day. Yeah, exactly. They all get up and it's just such a magical thing. So that's what this book talks about is, how to live a life that's fulfilled and how to be successful, how to utilize the early hours of morning. It's like there's some kind of
Yeah,
magic in them, right? Like,
it's not. It's not. And I mean, one of the reasons why they encourage that is when you wake up early, you have an hour or 2 hour extra to yourself. You can think about what you want to do and plan for the day. Or usually it's better that you plan the night before so that when you're awake, you have those quiet hour by yourself to do whatever it is, to make yourself even more productive
yeah,
because we have limited time, right?
yeah,
Um,
we do. And I don't know what it is about that early morning time. It's almost like when the things that I get done in the morning, if I'm going to do all those things at a different time during the day, it's almost as if it takes triple that amount of time for me. I don't know why it's like that, but it's such a peaceful time of the morning. Everything, like you can just focus, you can just be so mindful. And it talks about the 20 20 20. So what was that? 20 minutes of exercise, 20 minutes of meditation, and
Nation,
what was the third 20? Can't remember
uh,
what the third 20 was.
I forgot
Yeah,
that bit.
yeah, he
Yeah,
was doing like 3 20s
yeah.
and so the book basically starts off with talking about how you want to vibe with like-minded
Minded.
people, you know, people, not people that suck your energy, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that there are a lot of, and once you start to really think about what you're doing, who you're hanging around with, you actually realize every one of us have those people around us that suck all the energy out of us and they add no value to our life. So you're going to get that on your day to day anyway. You can cut out some of it, you know, if you're smart enough, you start to weed out people and keep more quality people in your life. But still during the day, your cup is going to get, like, you know, everyone's going to take a little bit out of you, and at the end of every day, like, you're going to find that you're kind of drained. And if you don't take time to wake up in the morning, like, know what you want to do, wake up super early in the morning. I was listening to one another one of the stars, I can't remember who he was, and he was saying he wakes up at 4. This is, I mean, this book talks about 5 a.m., but he was even talking about 4. He said he will have one whole hour, like, I mean, this book says 20 20 20, but he was saying he'll take one whole hour just to meditate, just to have that solitude, you know, to just get his head straight, know what he wants to do for the day, do his meditation, just be in silence but be awake. And then from 5 to 6, he will go into his gym and he'll exercise again. So he's got like 2 full hours for himself before he comes and sort of comes inside the house again, and he's with his family and he has breakfast with everyone. And it's just so important on days that I don't, if there is a day that I actually don't wake up early and I don't wake up at 5 a.m., I'm so lost that day. Like, I feel like I'm chasing my own tail, like, all day long. I don't know. Do you get that? Do you feel that way?
I mean, for me, I always, when I wake, if I wake up, I mean, when I wake up early, because you know, I know I have such a busy day,
Mm,
and I always like to have that extra hour to catch on emails,
yeah.
you know, so that when people come to me for meetings, for example, I'm already, you know, prepared, and I'm really like cleared most of the things that needed to be answered. So
Mm,
that's why I do like waking up early. And I guess this book, like you said, you know, it talks about vibing with people, about a few things: mindset, heart set, soul
soul
set,
set. Yeah.
and health set.
Yes.
So four very important things in our lives, right?
Yeah.
And actually, I shared this with a friend, and then we decided to add one more, which is jet set, because one of the things that you know, that I love is, as you know, is traveling, and I'm sure
Traveling. Yep.
many people love traveling as well. And when you are so much more productive, because this book also talks about how you are able to have this new attitude and be more productive. And when you're more productive, you have more time, you have more resources, and more resources to enjoy. And why not be a jet set as well?
That's so
So
true.
I kind of added that to this book.
Yeah, I like that. That's actually quite clever. Yeah, it's so important. And, like, you know, it talks about how if you take care of the front end of your day, the rest of your day is all taken care of. Like, it sort of takes care of itself because your head is so straight and you're so sharp and you're so on point that you can deal with anything pretty much that gets thrown your way. So, yeah, 5 a.m. 5 a.m. is the magic.
Yeah,
And he also says, what does he say? Own your morning and elevate your life. Robin Sharma says.
exactly. And I guess for people learning how to do that, is one of the key things he also says is that learn to be uncomfortable. And when you explore into zones that you're uncomfortable, then that's your chance to grow.
Mm,
Because if you're carrying on with your old habits, then nothing's going to
that's
change, right?
right.
Yeah.
Unless you get uncomfortable, nothing is going to change. But see, that being uncomfortable, like, for example, if you're waking up at 5 in the morning, that at first is going to make you very uncomfortable, especially if you're one of those people who actually goes to bed late and you struggle in the mornings. But if you keep doing that, like Atomic Habits said, you know, if you keep doing that, it's going to become more and more normal for you. And then and then you'll actually be addicted to doing that all the time, like,
Yeah, then
and
it's
you'll
part of your new
it's your
routine.
new
It's become you
routine.
form a new
Yeah.
habit. Yeah,
Yeah. And when you form that habit, and it's all those small little habits that build us into who we are, isn't it? You do
exactly.
all these little things. And so at first you're going to be uncomfortable, but eventually you're not actually going to be uncomfortable with it at all. And you'll find it's like this delayed gratification, you work hard for something, you get into some kind of routine, but the results that it gives you and who you are as a outcome of taking all those little steps, it's far beyond that little bit of uncomfort of waking up
Yeah,
early. And it's like that,
yeah.
what's the ice bath people do,
Oh yes,
I
I
haven't tried
bath
that.
challenge. No, I did
I'm
not
going to try
try.
that one time. That's another thing,
Well,
people do all the time. And they're
yeah,
just, you mentally, like, it makes you so strong because you're like, if I can handle this, I can handle pretty much anything for the rest of my day, right?
yeah. And it's it's like it's January, right? And how many people usually in January, beginning of the year, they think about they buy a brand new gym membership, they want to get fit, they want to look great by summertime. Okay, I mean, okay, maybe for Australians it will be like winter time because it's
But
summertime for you,
winter
but
time. Yep.
but think about it. If you start something, then you're gonna say, "Oh my God, my body's aching." But if you, and again, I want to relate this to our business because we have a mentor to push you, to nudge you, to guide you. It's kind of like having a personal trainer to
Mm.
say one more rep, two more reps, right? Because that's what that is going to make that difference. And
Exactly.
when first it's going to be uncomfortable, and then like Sana said, and then next, if you have somebody to guide you along, to coach you along, then you realize that okay, you go bit by bit, and say after 30 days, it's become a new habit. And for me, if I relate to this business, I've never gone live, you know. I
Yep.
mean,
No, right.
I didn't even want to be on camera when I started this business. But
Yeah.
and and I still remember when I was doing my MBA, I was even afraid to go on stage to present my case, and my professors would look at me as like he was totally shocked because I would come across as being friendly and being outspoken, but I was just terrible at public speaking. And then
Yeah.
he said, okay, it's something that you need to work on. You need to go to Toastmasters. One of my classmates told me that, okay, he'll go with me, but I guess I never really went. But
Mm.
now that I'm doing this business, I believe I'm not perfect yet, but I believe I'm growing every day. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is why,
Oh, man,
yeah,
I think this business, we used to hear, it will build you. Like, they used to say that. And, I didn't quite understand it until, you sort of, time passes, and then you kind of look back and you're like, okay, it's been this much time I've been doing this business. And you compare yourself with your old self, and you're like, oh, gee, there's a lot that's actually changed. They were right. So yeah, you change, you come out of that comfort zone. I never did lives, let alone, like, I barely did videos, let alone do lives. And
yeah,
but it just, yeah, it changes you. That all being said, I think I might add in, because a lot of our viewers and people listening to us are people who are thinking about joining this business. And if you are someone that is uncomfortable with all of that, for our business, it is not a must. It is not a
yeah.
must that you
It's
come
not a
on
must.
the
Yeah,
camera. It's not a must that you do any of these kind of things. But over time, you will probably find you evolve and you sort of start doing it anyway. But you don't have to. Me and Angela love doing it. We enjoy it
yeah,
now, as
yeah.
uncomfortable as we were at the start.
Again, it comes down to mindset, which is what this book talks
Mm.
about, right? It's all in your mind. And if any of you that follow Tony Robbins, really, that's so important, right? Like Tony Robbins have coached so many important athletes, Bill Clinton even, and it's that mind, that mental block that you have to get over, to accomplish what you want to accomplish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so true. I just saw here that my sister, who is a physio, has joined us here.
Mm,
I'll just see if she wants to join us in the chat and tell us all about, discipline when it comes to sort of exercise and maintaining your body and all that kind of thing, because it all kind of links together. Let me just see if I can add her here and see if she'd
yeah,
like to have some input on this.
yeah, it would be great to have someone else's perspective. Because I mean,
Yeah.
it's all related. I mean, this book is not written for our business. It's written for everyone. But
Yeah.
we relate to it so much. And like I said, it's only when before I already love reading. I have such a long reading list, and when I joined this business and all the recommended books, the book club that we have within this community has made me a better person, stronger, more resilient, and happier at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, that book club is so good. I don't know if people who are listening to us at the moment, let us know. Are you into reading? Because Angela and I are obviously very, very passionate, as you figured it out by now, that we come here every Friday and every second week we do a book review. There's just so much in there, and it's like you don't know what you don't know until you know, and that's every book that you um sort of pick up. I don't know why my sister's unable to join. Every book that you pick up, like you have no idea what's in there, and um until you actually read and you learn and you realize, oh wow, there's all this much that I actually didn't know. And some of the things you do know, but you don't think about it from the same perspective as the book portrays it. So then you just kind of like it opens your eye to it all. Like we all
Exactly.
know that waking up early is good. We hear it from everyone. But why is it good?
Yeah.
What do you do? Like for me, I wake up at 5 and I immediately, like my eyes haven't actually opened yet, but I put my AirPods on and I put on some sort of meditation and manifestations and all that sort of thing that I listen to. So I do at least about 15 minutes of that, some mornings more, some mornings less. Like if I'm actually super tired, secret be knowing, like I'll just put it in my ear for like another half an hour and I'll just be sitting in my chair, just have my eyes closed and I'll go in the zone. But at the same time, like if I'm not quite ready to wake up, that's kind of my cheat. And then I then I do that, and then after that I sort of make a coffee and I sit on my laptop and I do some work before the kids wake up, and that time is just so precious for me. Like
Yeah.
that sort of
Yeah.
1 hour or so that I get in before the kids wake up is really
Yes.
good. And then I'll just, because I don't want to wake up the kids, so I won't go on the treadmill and make too much noise, but I'll do some sort of light exercise and stretches and all that kind of stuff for myself before they wake up. And then after that, I'll go do my exercise. Sometimes with the kids, I can't actually fit exercise in until end of the night, but after they go to bed, which isn't the best way to do it. But if you
Yeah.
haven't got time, you just make it work. I try to divide that time in the morning, but that first hour and a half, that time of meditating and then being able to just answer my emails, look at the leads that I got and do all those things that I want to do without sort of being distracted. I'll put up a couple of posts and I'll do a few things. That time, I just fit so much into it. It's like 1 hour in the morning is equivalent to 3 hours any other time of the day. I don't
Yeah.
know why. It just makes
No,
no
for
sense for me, but that's how it feels like for me. I just get so much done. And sometimes in between all that, I'll put I'll turn on the washing machine, I'll do a round of laundry, all in between doing all this. So mornings, guys, it's
yeah.
magical. It's just magical.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, speaking about that, I was once on a business trip, um, in yeah. So I was once on a business trip to Switzerland, and I had arrived, not completed, whatever I had to do in terms of presentation. And I got to the hotel, was really tired, and then I worked on my presentation, but I just couldn't get anything done. I was just too tired. Went to sleep, woke up early, and got it done in like 20 minutes. So
oh, wow.
yeah, yes. staring at something for 3 hours is not going to,
It's not gonna
magically
make it
change it.
any easier.
No.
Yeah, it's weird how that works. Like my brain works better in the morning. It just does. But for people who are listening, like if you can't go to bed at like 11 or 12 and then wake up at 5 a.m. Like you really got to get to bed by 10. That's the other thing, you got to get to bed at a decent time so that when you wake up at 5 a.m. you are fresh and it doesn't take long for you to actually wake yourself up. But yeah, my mind is like that too. It just works so much better in the morning. It's just
Yeah,
like ideas come to you more in the morning. I don't know.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
definitely, guys, give it a read. It is a really fabulous book. Um, Hear it from two bookworms. We do love it. It teaches you a lot.
Yeah, and what I also want to come out and say to everyone is that in this business, it's not just about the money. It's about the community and how you will grow in terms of your mind, and personal development. Everyone that is in this community, all come out saying how grateful they are, to have found this group of new friends, which they never knew, they didn't know where to
Yeah,
find. So I'm extremely grateful, not just for the income, but also for the community. So definitely come and check us out, right? There is
absolutely.
no other business like there out there. Trust me, I've searched so many, and I believe, Sanas, you have too. You've tried so many things as
Too.
well.
The amount of time I dedicated to searching for a business is phenomenal. Like I and we're privileged actually. It's really good that for our business we've got the trial period, so people can
Yes.
just dip their toes in, check it out, see
Yeah.
if it's for them. They
Mm-hmm.
don't have to commit to it before knowing that, and that's an opportunity I think you should all take. Like if you're thinking about the business but you're not really sure, it's very hard to understand what it is and what we actually do if you're just listening to these sort of interviews, because there's no possible way that we can explain the whole thing to you over a live or anything like that. You really need to come into the trial period and check it out, and that stage is risk free also. But that's the good thing, it's kind of your easy way out. If you don't want it, you don't have to stay with the business. But I think if you're anything like Angela and I and 180,000 other people around the world that have joined the business, once you come in and you actually see everything and you see the whole business model and you see the potential of what it can and will do
Mm-hmm.
for your life, it's very hard to resist. It's very like you
Yeah.
can't move
Yeah.
past it. You can't go like I remember when I came into the trial and I saw the pre-coaching videos, my husband and I, like it's all we were talking about, literally all we were talking about, and we were just excited and waiting. Like we booked our coaching call really quickly and we were just so excited to have that chat with the coach and just get started with the business to see what the next steps are, because you look at the potential and you just think it just makes no logical sense not to try it, and you think even if I'm going to be half as successful as all these other 180,000 people, I am happy with that, because that's still better than my day job. So yeah, definitely guys, check it out. Head to Angela's website, head to my website, leave your name and email there, and get the free webinar, watch it. And if you like what you hear, immediately, don't delay it, immediately click on the trial and go into the trial and check
Yeah.
it out closely.
Yeah. Because there's nothing to lose. So I hope, some of you will, be inspired by this book as well, and it will be your weekend reading.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wish everyone a wonderful weekend.
Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Enjoy your weekend too, Angela. It was nice
Yes, you too,
chatting with you again this week, as
as
always.
always.
And we will see each other and you guys all next week, same time.
All right then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.